I went to Arizona State.
Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Playing Baker. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a late. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow!
Edwards pulls up and buries a flag. Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Daniels takes his shot for Derby.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Tattoo sleeves in my apartment for my Halloween costume.
Yeah? You going to Slash as well? Or
No, I'm going to
That's about right.
Bring him up to the front. Make way. Make him up. Get him in. Get up to the front.
That it? Let's go. Throw break it down. Oh, we get a picture first. We got to spread out and get a picture.
Yeah, I can see Gian right there.
Are we not doing the center field one?
There we are. Welcome into Pitchfork Lunch, everybody. I am Michael Caratenuto at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as, you know it, the Twitter. That's right. And Show Live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. My IG, as you guys all know as well, Michael.Caratenuto.5. Yeah, as you guys all know, Michael.Caratenuto.5 and the YouTube channel. Guys, I know I tell you every day, but subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can watch live on YouTube every day. That's well appreciated. And always appreciate comment there if you're watching. But go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel again, because anything you miss, and again, as I've told you before, and you know it, you guys have witnessed it and seen it, you have missed some phenomenal, interviews. So go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratenuto, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe as again, you can go back, see interviews. I mean, we're in season 2 now, well into season 2. You can go back, check out season 1. Again, meet a lot of the coaches that you won't see. Also, Friday to kick off the show, as yes, men's hoops got going. Well, the exhibition in Duke, it was a little tough. But on Friday, we will have the women's head coach, Natasha Adair, on a new look team for the Devils. Yes, there are returners, but yes, quite a few transfer portal players, some local kids coming back home. Again, the whole Activate the Valley. So head coach Natasha Adair will kick off the show with us here on Pitchfork Lunch. Forks up to that on Friday, and they get their season going Monday. So that'll be absolutely awesome. We get to catch up with Coach. We get to catch up with Coach then. So yes, don't be bashful. And yeah, that is Friday, but today is Wednesday. Yes. As we all know. So yeah, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Cat 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And also, guys, you know it, I've been telling you, you can now listen to Pitchfork Lunch Live on the Casual Sports Radio Network. Again, thanks, big ups to Casual E. Needing more Sun Devil content, and we're bringing it to them and letting you guys know what's going on. But the Casual Sports Radio Network, those of you watching, like I say to you, remind you daily that you can let your friends know if they're coming to meet you for lunch, or if they don't get to go to lunch at 12, maybe they go at 1. But that this hour they can get caught up in Sun Devil country. Hear from coaches, hear from players, all that good stuff. But go to www.ksrnaz.com and page will pop up. Bam, go to a click listen live, hit play. There you go. Boom. Pitchfork Lunch, Monday through Fridays, 12 to 1. And you can enjoy it. The best internet radio station out there. And not only will we have comprehensive coverage of obviously ASU sports, but man, the Cardinals, the Suns, the Mercury, the Diamondbacks, man, Casual E has it all on the Casual Sports Radio Network. So again, go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen live, and you will be off and running Mondays through Fridays, 12 to 1. Plus, you can check out their other shows as well too. So just big ups being part of the family there. Yeah, you saw it on the way in. For those of you listening on KSRN, I'll put it up again. You can't see, but if you listen on KSRN. So ASU last year, Coach Bloomquist did a Halloween costume game, and it went crazy viral. And I have to say, again, it's not, breaking my arm to pat myself on the back, but last year's went crazy viral. The costumes were great. We had Mike Wazowski and Sully from Monsters Inc., obviously, and James P. Sullivan. And yeah, Sully got a hit. And again, I remember posting that, talking about it, showing it. It just went mad viral. And, Coach Bloomquist probably would have done it on Halloween, which, is tomorrow, right? Yes, is tomorrow. But USA Baseball is coming to Phoenix Muni to take on the Devils Friday. So those of you that don't know, on Friday. So yes, that's why they did it yesterday. Still had a practice, so got batting practice in, but had the costume game. And yes, Coach Bloomquist, or as we now know him as Willie / Bloomquist, set the tempo. And right now I'm showing a picture of Willie Bloomquist. He's got cut off Sun Devil, cut off sleeveless Sun Devil t-shirt. The big black hat, tattoo sleeves, and yes, he was Slash from Guns N' Roses. But I said, a lot of people have to Google. So Willie / Bloomquist, the manager, head coach manager. And he's got, as you can see here, a little bit of a close up. He's got the wig too. He's got the long black hair. And we'll hear from Coach in a little bit. But I figured you guys would enjoy that. And again, he did that last year. And again, to have fun, relax, they're grinding. And he talks about it. But as they're getting ready, for the spring season, and it's, it is November now, but fall practices obviously going on, and they've ramped up. They played Cal Baptist last weekend, and you'll hear Coach talk about that. But it's just look, I got more pictures. I'll talk more about it. We'll hear from Coach. He did his whole interview as Slash with the hat and the hair, everything. So those on KSR that are listening, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go back and you'll be able to see it later. But it's absolutely phenomenal, and just a great thing to do. Some great costumes. The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man was out there. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick was a pickleball player. I got to ask Brandon Compton who he was supposed to be, because everybody was laughing at his. We had this year again. We had the multiverse of Spider-Man. 3 Spider-Mans, which was awesome. We have Batman, Napoleon Dynamite, Dumb and Dumber made an appearance. Scooby-Doo made an appearance. We had a banana and a bear make an appearance. A hot dog make an appearance. You'll see later on. It was just phenomenal. Love that Coach Bloomquist does this. And again, look, those watching, you can see see the multiverse of Spider-Man. We got Mickey Mouse. We had somebody dress up as Willie Bloomquist Diamondbacks. I want to say it's Jonah Giblin. We also had Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton. So we had our Talladega Nights. We have Buzz Lightyear. There was 2 prisoners. There's an American flag. It was just it's phenomenal idea. Phenomenal thing to do. And I kid around. I'm like, man, you should. I was kidding around with Coach last year. Said, you should challenge a team. I know that probably NCAA rules will be like, well, I can't count that as a game, but challenge a team to, play in costumes and, see who does better now that they've done this 2 years in a row. It was awesome. Again, absolutely awesome. I got more pictures from that coming up. Soccer, guys, 3:15 today. Do not forget Big 12 championships in Kansas City, as Our Lady Devils are taking on Kansas at 3:15 our time, ESPN Plus. Don't be bashful. Don't be bashful at all, as the 8-7-3 Devils take on Kansas, 3:15, like I said, at CPKC Stadium in Kansas City. first round of the Big 12 tournament for Coach Winkworth and his team. And we got some scores too, because so in the early games, the Big 12, it was 7 a.m. local time here. Oklahoma State, the 14-3-3 Cowgirls, I should say, beat Cincinnati 3-2. And then Colorado, they traveled a little bit extra distance to take each other on, but Colorado, 11-5-3 Colorado took on Utah, and Colorado won 2-1. And then coming up in about 10 minutes, Baylor, 7-5-7, will take on that team down south, who's 11-2-5. And then, like I said, 3:15, the 8-3-7. Yeah, they got it wrong. The 8-7-3 Devils. I was like, wait, that looks the 8-7-3 Devils. They got it backwards, which makes me think maybe they got Utah. Well, Oklahoma State 3-3. But anyway, yeah, the 8-7-3 Devils will be taking on the Jayhawks at 3:15. Again, Kiera Blundell was on the all-freshman team, named Freshman of the Year in the Big 12 for Coach Winkworth. Again, had a hell of a season. Obviously, put quite a few in the back of the old, to quote the great Tommy Smith, put quite a few balls in the back of the old onion bag, as he would call it. And again, loved. For those of you kids, you can Google Tommy Smith, listen to some of his classic calls for the beautiful game. But nonetheless, again, they are there. Also, volleyball headed to the state of Utah to take on two ranked teams, BYU and Utah. The Devils are still 13th. The 20-2 Sun Devils, 13th in the country, and they have number 20 BYU first tomorrow on Halloween. I don't think they'll play in costumes. Still give the Devils the advantage. And then on Saturday, tomorrow 6 p.m., ESPN Plus, and then Saturday, number 22 Utah. They will take on at 1 p.m. So again, the Devils football kicks off at 4 p.m. local time. Get the volleyball in first. Watch them. Good vibes out there. Cheer them on to victory. An 8-match win streak for Coach Van Neal and the team's absolutely phenomenal. So yeah. Hockey's off this weekend, by the way. I know, and I feel bad because I had it in my notes talking all about it. But yeah, hockey 3-4-1. Back-to-back Wednesdays. So I know I mentioned it very well. I mentioned it very quickly on Monday after the whole camera issue. But they did sweep Northern Michigan. They won last Friday 3-1, and then Saturday they shut them out 2-0, which is huge. They have this weekend off, and then they start conference play, and they're up in Colorado the 8th and 9th of November. They take on Colorado College on the road, and then the NCHC home opener Friday, November 15th, 7 p.m. as it'll be at Mullen Arena, obviously, Friday the 15th at 7, and then Saturday at 5 p.m. Omaha is here as well. So, yeah, hockey, again, 2 huge wins for Coach Powers. Get more and more into that. And get more and more into that tomorrow as well. And again, not you guys know I love hockey, so I love all Sun Devil sports, so there's no neglecting any of it. Women's golf kicking total butt in Hawaii. Yeah, I know. But kicking total butt in Hawaii, doing good. Get updates from that as well in a little bit. And then, I do have to play this now because I promised you yesterday, and I said it, and I know a lot of you have seen it online, but Coach Dillingham had some breaking news. It's the only thing he said yesterday, but had some breaking news yesterday after practice about transfer Raleek Brown. Excited for started season banged up, saw him back on the field for a little bit, saw some spurts, but this news came out yesterday morning.
I forgot to talk about Raleek yesterday. Raleek is out still with his hamstring. For that reason, we're going to medically redshirt him this year. So he's going to be out for the season. No point to bring him back for 2 to 3 games, and we could use a medical and get him 100% healthy, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get him 100% healthy this year. Appreciate y'all. Have a great day.
Coach's fastest press conference ever. He doesn't usually talk on Tuesdays, but he did want to let everybody know about Raleek, and again, the medical red shirt. So again, it's 5-2. Again, another a weapon coming off the field. We talked about Malik McLean earlier, the receiver, also again battling a little bit. They decided to redshirt him. Excited for him, this young man, what we saw in camp and just him growing, with the offense and, his height, what he could do. Guys have stepped up again, but yeah, Raleek Brown, again, what we saw when he was on the field, even in the spring, absolutely electric. Fall camp to start. And then when he started having the hamstring issue again, he was able to work his way back, but then it's again, and that's what sucks about a hamstring. Those that have had the injury, it. So that part sucks. That part definitely sucks for Raleek Brown. But yeah, for Sun Devil football. So it's but they are at Oklahoma State this week. The 5-2 Devils taking on the 3-5 Cowboys. And like I said, 0-5 in conference play. Again, if you had that on your preseason bingo card, more power to you. And for some reason, outside of somebody that may have grown up a Sooner family were Sooners fans. And yeah, I know you can't stand Texas, but you also can't stand Oklahoma State. So yeah, that is completely understandable. But if you had, outside of them, if you had Oklahoma State 0-5 in Big 12 play to this point of the season and 3-5, man, I say, hey, kudos to you. More power to you, because not a clue. Not a clue. Didn't even think that would happen again. And I'm not talking on both sides of my mouth, because you guys know I have a huge issue with that. But I will say this. With Oklahoma State, they're looking for a first Big 12 win is huge. You don't want to be the team, because if a team hasn't won, you definitely don't want to be the team that they get their first victory against. Now, it wouldn't be the first victory of the season, but first Big 12 victory. So yeah, it's going to be rocky. They're going to be grinding. It's just, again, a bummer. Raleek Brown, the medical redshirt, but get him healthy, get him back next year, because again, there will be no the locomotive. Again, I don't know if anybody else did before, but I just call him the locomotive, Cam Scattaboo. Again, I don't know if anybody else did before, but I just call him the locomotive, Cam Scattaboo. 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 Cam Scat won't be here, but we're not worried about that now. We're focusing on this season, the 5-2 Devils, looking to go become bowl eligible, win 6, and go from there. So, but yeah, Raleek Brown, coach just said, again, I meant to show it yesterday, but I talked about it yesterday. I posted a little bit on it too, but nonetheless, Raleek Brown, medical red shirt, and will not be back. Also, Sam Levitt will start at Oklahoma State as well. So, Coach Dillingham talks about that today. But again, we'll get into that as well. But we're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to hear from Willie Bloomquist again, how the team's developing. I know baseball fans, obviously, with the World Series going on, the Yankees didn't get swept. They won a game. For conspiracy theorists out there that are saying, oh, Major League Baseball is like, again, like I know in this day and age, it's cool to have that ridiculous opinion because people will get on board with it. But yeah, Yankees beat the Dodgers last night. So they don't get swept. They force game 5, see if they can do it again. But we'll hear from Willie Bloomquist, Willie/Bloomquist on the other side. So yeah, we'll have that. And then again, like I said, also give some golf updates after that and, a little more football. Go from there. So don't go too far. Again, on the other side, Willie Bloomquist will be hearing from, the phenomenal lead guitarist from Guns N' Roses. We'll be talking to Sun Devil Nation.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions.
Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs. From full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority. Got a big painting project you've been putting off?
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
And welcome back to Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. My IG, Michael.Caratino.5, and the YouTube channel, guys. Go to M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Also, see the show live there on all those avenues every day, 12 to 1. Plus, also, you can listen on the best internet radio station out there, as you heard on the way back in. You can go to www.ksrnaz.com, the Casual Sports Radio Network. Page opens up. Click listen live. Hit play. Boom. Pitchfork Lunch. There you go. Big ups to Casual E for getting inviting us to be part of the family. Again, talking about comprehensive coverage of Valley sports. Sun Devils. Okay. Yeah. With this, but Cardinals, Suns rolling in their seasons right now. Diamondbacks obviously done. Mercury done, but still all there on KSRN AZ, www.ksrnaz.com. So yeah, check it out there. But like I promised you, let's get to it. I mean, Willie Bloomquist, again, brought in some, there's some transfers, but there's a good core of guys back. There's a good core of arms back, but still added a few arms. And yes, had the fun Halloween game yesterday, the costume party that he thought of it last year. Again, like you said, the guys have been grinding, but you'll hear it. But it's just the success and the fun it had last year. Again, last year there was some Ted Lasso, but this year we had Cal Naughton and Ricky Bobby, little shake and bake out there. Dumb and Dumber, Scooby-Doo, the Multiverse of Spider-Man was back. Batman, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, a banana, a hot dog, a bear. Phenomenal wide array. And Coach Bloomquist started it off. You'll see it here in the interview. But again, he's talking about the team. And again, always excited. I mean, look, an alum is a coach, but yes, always excited with obviously his passion for the game, his knowledge of the game, and how he wants his team, mold his team in his image. Yes, they need to have their own personality, but anyway, I'll let him tell you. But yeah, this version this year, 2024, 2025 version of Sun Devil baseball. Yeah, let's get excited, Pitchfork Lunchers. But without further ado, here is Willie Bloomquist, the head coach of Sun Devil baseball.
DNR, baby. Yeah,
absolutely.
Best intro in the history of rock music.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to be hearing? Are we hearing that today?
Nah, that was my walk-up song
for
years and years, so I figured why not reintroduce these guys and make sure they understand who the greatest.
I said as you're walking up, there might be a lot of Googling on who you are.
If you don't know who this is, you're crazy.
So Willie, what's kind of like the anticipation been, through fall practices heading into the first Big 12 season?
It's been, the intensity's been good. Guys have been, they understand there's jobs on the line. They're coming out, they're playing hard. There's been, some nice depth on the mound, which is refreshing and good. A lot of guys returning that are competing for spots, and it's nice to have some returning arms. So that's good. And then we've also supplemented that with some nice transfer portal guys as well. So we're excited about the mound talent, and then a lot of returning guys on the offensive side of the ball too. So we're excited about it.
What were some of the highlights from those first 18 innings you guys got to play against some real competition other than just a scrimmage?
We faced some pretty good arms. Cal Bap had 3 or 4 real nice arms there that we were able to compete against, and not somebody different than our own, right? With not a whole lot of scouter reports or anything, just going and competing against them, which was nice. Guys battled, put together a lot of good at-bats. We hit in a lot of base runners. We weren't able to come up with that big hit to really kind of blow things open a little bit, but at least in game 1. So we'd like to see a little bit better situational hitting, but for the most part, a lot of good at-bats, and guys threw the ball pretty well.
You mentioned the situational hitting. What other aspects of the game did you see that you'd like to see improved on?
I think just from top to bottom, there's always things you can improve upon. I think holding runners, I think, was a glaring thing that we have to get better at. Defensively, we played okay, top to bottom. I think we had 1 error in 2 games, which was nice. But for the most part, they played pretty clean, which was good. I think we can do a better job holding the running game, especially with the guy on second base. That was one of the big glaring thing that I noticed that we need to get better at. And then, like I said, the situational hitting, we got to get better at that as well. But the first time out of the gates, you're expecting some rough patches, and I think we saw a few of those, and we'll continue to see more of them. We play USA on Friday, which would be a great test, and then follow that up with another big game, another full day, I guess, of baseball at GCU. So between those 27 innings, we'll find some glaring weaknesses that we're going to have to work on.
And then when you talk about, obviously, the pitching, looking for stars, but to this point of fall, and then obviously going through those 18 innings, how do you see your kind of early thoughts on, like, the bullpen setting up, like you said, with guys that are returning and guys that are, battling for spots?
Good problems, finally. We've been kind of searching for that for a few years, trying to get some depth, and there's still a lot of guys. Competition for starting jobs is up in the air still, and the guys that don't win the starting jobs will be intricate pieces of the bullpen, whether it's middle, back end. We've got a couple nice power arms back there that I think are good. Some freshmen that'll contribute. So it's a nice blend, nice mix of guys.
What are kind of like the ways you've seen the team really develop as, not only players but as people too? Because they started as a younger team the past couple of years. Now they've really grown into more matured players and people as well.
I think the only way you get the experience is by experience. We've done a good job of getting our freshmen in the battle early. So they're battle tested. They have a lot of experience, position player wise. A lot of these guys, it's their 3rd year now for us. Isaiah, Kian Vu, Toby's back for his 4th year. New seems to be healthy, and that's been refreshing and awesome. So Brandon Compton's coming back again. So there's a lot of bright spots, I think, on the offensive side of things and experience side of things. And then, again, on the mound, I think that's the biggest thing. It's just a lot of these guys returning from last year that, we knew we were going to have some freshmen growing pains last year, and that was certainly the case. But they're a year older, a year more experienced. I think you'll hopefully see a big jump from a lot of these guys. And, again, the half a dozen arms that we brought in out of the portal as well will be big contributors.
And with New, Noah mentioned it last year. You kept saying he was chomping at the bit, going through his rehab to come back, and now he's saying he feels good. But just what have you noticed from him, his off season and where he's at now?
I've never, up until here the past couple of weeks, I haven't felt overly confident that he was ready to come back. To be perfectly honest, he kind of been gosh, I could never do long hair this way, but just watching him kind of progress throughout the fall and getting more and more confident on the things that he's doing week to week, day to day, week to week, and just seeing the confidence starting to build on him that he's healthy, he's okay. From the first time he took a spill and fell, and we're like holding their breath going, oh gosh, we're gonna go back to square one. And then he dives for a ball and gets up fine. And then the first time he swung and missed, all those things are kind of plateaus that we needed to see that have all passed with flying colors. And now he's stealing bases and wanting to take extra bases and back to his old self again. So having him back there in the lineup is as you guys saw, I mean, that was a glaring weakness that we had last year, and having him back will be a big piece.
And what is, leader, because you've obviously talked about it, and coaches like with the transfer portal, new guys coming in, but having somebody like him, back that's been around with the others, how does that help, in your eyes, build the chemistry of the team and just kind of extend your message of what you want?
Well, I think having in this transfer portal crazy world that we're in, it's you still, in my mind, still have to build with your core guys and have your core unit there, and having Isaiah and New and Toby, Boo, Compton, those guys back, Brody Briggs, and then our of course our freshman arms that are now back as sophomores this year, having those core guys that understand how we do things, how it's supposed to look, holding the other guys, newer guys, accountable for what we want to get done here. And obviously Toby's been around me now, this is his 4th year. He knows the things that push my buttons, and knows the things that set me off that we need to clean up. So having him is that elder presence, I guess, around reminding guys what little things are important. That's just been a huge thing. And I think as you continue to get, hopefully be here, having those guys roll in on top of each other year after year after year, hopefully you continue to build that culture, and you supplement with the transfer portal when needed.
The players that we talked to today mentioned that this is the closest they felt as a team in their time here. What difference have you seen in the team chemistry this year as opposed to years past?
I've always kind of pushed and wanted guys to hold each other more accountable, and the first part of holding each other accountable is understanding how things need to be done. And I think now with an older core unit of especially position players, knowing what we want to get done, giving them the freedom and confidence to this is my program now, and they can feel confident in expressing themselves and how things need to be done, knowing that that's what I would want to do. So I just think that's part of the overall time it takes to start building a culture.
What's kind of the importance of the Halloween game that you guys got going on today, and how that builds team chemistry?
These guys have been grinding, man. Everybody else, obviously, the focus has been on football and volleyball and all the great things that are going on over there, which is where it should be. In the background, our guys are grinding. They've been grinding hard every day, and they've been putting in a lot of hours. And today's a day to pull the throttle back and have a little bit of fun. I think that's important to do once in a while, and we'll still get our work in. We'll still take infield, outfield, batting practice, bullpens are going on, but here in a couple hours we'll pull the throttle back and let them have some fun and laugh. We get to play baseball, man. Sometimes you just got to have fun and let the hair down and let it roll a little bit. So I think it's good for these guys to have a good time, and who knows, maybe it'll go viral again like it did last year.
Yeah, who's got the I don't know if you've seen a couple of the guys' costumes yet, but who's got
I have not seen any of them. I haven't seen any of them yet, so I figured I'd be the trailblazer and come out in this one first and break the ice with it. And I didn't dress up last year, but this year I figured I would throw a little something on and go with it, but to let them know, hey man, it's okay, you can dress up, have fun with it, part of the team building day, and have some fun with it.
I think anyone's going to top your costume?
Oh yeah, based on what I saw last year, there was some pretty good stuff last year. I think the image of Sully running down the line and Jax Ryan still is etched in my memory, but I'm sure they'll come up with some good ones. I'm anxious to see. Now that they've talked about it last year and this is going to build upon it this year, I think I can only imagine what they'll come out with. But I figured I had to do something this year.
With having time to reflect on, was it almost kind of a shock that he got a hit in the Sully made contact?
Was incredible. It really was. I still laugh when I see that video of him running down the line. That was good stuff. So that was the moment where I said we got to do this every year now. You'll see, I'm sure, some great costumes today and creativeness from a lot of these guys for sure.
Pitchers bullpen today, pitchers BP today. Who are you keeping an eye on?
The guy that has the sneakiest pop is Tyler Meyer. Tyler Meyer's, he got more pop than a lot of our position players. So, and he's so unassuming and nice and well spoken, but you kind of surprising when you see him get up there and launch balls up almost on the Van Buren. So keep an eye on Tyler Meyer. Will Koger's pretty athletic kid. We'll see what those two guys bring to the table.
So if you had to, would you use any of the pitchers if they were to, do that in a pinch hitting moment?
Very desperate need.
Okay.
Yes. I don't see myself doing that unless absolutely. Cole Carlone, there's your pitcher. He can hit. But yeah, other than that, man, I would really prefer to keep these guys out of the batter's box if possible.
Yep, there he is, Willie / Bloomquist. The glasses, the hat, the hair. And he said, "God, I could live this long hair like this." You saw it about halfway through. But yeah, look, guys, baseball, Sun Devil baseball fans like the pitching. Yeah, freshman. Last year it was trial by fire. Yeah, you expect them to come in and pitch. You say, "Oh, it's baseball," but as freshmen, you're going against hitters that you're not. It's not like they're all freshman teams. Way back, eons ago when freshmen couldn't play. They called it varsity, but freshmen couldn't play. In football, so yeah, you could sit there and you were automatically redshirted. But yeah, But yeah, it's trial by fire, and a lot of those arms are back, and you heard him talk there about the scrimmage from last weekend against Cal Baptist, both sides. The batters saw some pitchers, some pretty good arms there. Cal Baptist is what did he say? Won about 40 games, or I think one of the other coaches said that later on, but I think when Coach said out there too. But either way, I saw some good arms, and yeah, you see another team and the excitement that you're finally, we understand we have to practice and go through, everything, but and scrimmage each other, and same in any sport in preseason. As you look across the field, the pitchers, the battle. So but like what he saw. That's why I asked him about the bullpen too, because last year, there's the bullpen. That had guys that were starting, and yes, you want everybody to stay healthy, obviously. But yeah, it's you got to figure out the starters, but either way, like he said, guys, that might not be, Friday, Saturday, or, see who the Sunday starter might be, or obviously wanting to be the Friday starter. But see how this bullpen can shape up with what they have back. And yeah, even guys that, again, they've brought in. Yeah. And, now going into the Big 12, it's not like they didn't face tough competition, obviously, in the Pac-12, as, Coach well knows, and we talked about that, but just going to, now in the Big 12, going to some different venues. So it'll be quite interesting. And, obviously now this is your reality, the excitement for that. But yeah, this bullpen again, pitching, and yes, can you get the hitting? And I know he mentioned Isaiah Jackson too, and watching him yesterday, take regular batting practice before they hit the costumes. And he was Ezekiel Elliott, and then trying to bat right-handed. He lost, and again, nobody was there. The netting was up anyway, but I laughed because left-handed hitter, not a switch hitter, and swinging for the fences and lost the bat went flying a few feet towards the third base dugout. So, but yeah, I mean, pitching, but like you said, he's excited about the arms that he's got back and guys and getting New Contreras back. That's why I asked that follow up about New, because yes, you're talking about what he could do at the plate. Yes. But what he means defensively at third base. And, like Coach Bloomquist said there, like, obviously, getting him healthy and said he didn't know how, wasn't extremely confident, he'd be back. But then it's like, you see him swing and miss and you're like, like you said, you're like, oh, and then he dives for a ball, but he pops right back up. Like, it's just, you're focused on it, chomping at the bit to get back. And Coach had mentioned even a few times, you saw it here on Pitchfork Lunch last spring, that, he was going through his rehab and not rushing it. They were taking steps, but he was chomping at the bit to get back, working hard. And then, the summer, the off season, coming into the fall, he, like you said, he focused on himself and, obviously got really into it. Now, yeah, that's exciting. If the Devils can get him back at third base, and that, that bat in the lineup, very, very exciting. And yeah, I mean, swinging the bat well. Brandon Compton hit. There was one part of his when he was up in batting practice that all 5 pitches were dingers. So Compy picking up where he left off again. No surprise there. Jacob Tobias looked good, and then like I said, Isaiah Jackson, working on his swing and stuff like that, looking pretty good. Key and Vu again, guys that are back from last year, but again, just developing. So again, that pitching is there and that bullpen is there. And yeah, it's, college. Oh, and by the way, newsflash, they, before we take a quick break, they are playing this week, Friday, they are playing Team USA with wood bats, and they're taking batting practice with wood bats again. So a ton of scouts that are going to be out there Friday. If you can get out there, again, it is free. You can check it out, but they will be playing Team USA. So again, that is absolutely awesome. But yeah, they are playing with wood bats. So we're going to step aside real quick. And when we get back, again, I'll give you updates on women's golf. Again, just crushing it in Hawaii right now. Crushing it in Hawaii. And we'll have updates on that. And then if there's a score in the Big 12 soccer game between Baylor and that school down south, I'll let you know. And then we shall get out of here. But a quick break, and we'll be back with a women's golf update here on Pitchfork Lunch.
project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use it.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird gang. I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
All right, welcome back to Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caracino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter, my IG, Michael.Caracino.5, the YouTube channel at MVC005 on YouTube. And then you can listen live also on the Casual Sports Radio Network. You heard it right there, www.ksrnaz.com. Before we get out of here today, just a quick update from the Nanea. Individually, this is awesome. Isla McDonald O'Brien is, well, now in second place, but she's been tied for first. She's at 8 under right now for the tournament, shooting even golf in par 3, and she's through 9 holes through the front 9. But she's 8 under. Farrah O'Keefe from Texas actually just birdied the 9th to take the one-shot lead, but now tied for second. And then Paula Schultz Hansen, who's been having a hell of a season so far, too, for the Devils. She is in 11th. She's 4 under par. As a team, real quick, though, Stanford, again, we know how talented they are, but they are 24 under for the tournament. They were actually, ASU was just 2 shots behind them after round 1, and in second place, Stanford was 13 under. The Devils were 11 under, and then round 2, a little separation. Stanford went 5 under, and the Devils went 1 over. But now the Devils in round 3, of course, what a surprise. A Missy Farkey coach team throwing darts in the 3rd round. They are 4 under, tied for the second best round so far through 9 holes. Stanford 6 under. I mean, Stanford was 13 under and 5 under. Now 6 under. They're 24 under. They have an 8-shot lead over Texas, a 10-shot lead over the Devils. But yeah, I mean, just phenomenal. This time of year, their last tournament before break and before they go into spring. So wanted to get out there. Forks up to Coach Farkey and the women's golf. But yeah, so no score. There is no score. Oh, it's 1-1. Sorry, yeah. 24th minute. Baylor and the team down south tied at 1 in the Big 12 tournament. Again, ASU plays at 3:15. So, hey, everybody have a great rest of your Mike, what day is it? Hump day. Woo, woo. Yep, that's for Mama. Every Wednesday, you Pitchfork Lunchers know it. That's for Mama. But yeah, everybody have a phenomenal rest of your day. Yeah, and again, enjoy the soccer at 3:15. We'll talk volleyball tomorrow, get into bigger football preview tomorrow as well, and recap what soccer obviously did too. So, and we'll hear maybe a little more from baseball. And a coach on Friday, Coach Natasha Adair, women's basketball head coach, right here on Pitchfork Lunch. You know it, bringing you the coaches, the guests, everything. So I will see you Friday. And yes, hashtag our state. And as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Playing fake. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's away. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scores.
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow.
Edwards.